start the preparation in the usual way by activating the yeast first. Use 25 to 30 grams of fresh yeast or 7 to 8 grams of dry yeast. Add 1 teaspoon of flour and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Put 200 milliliters of warm water. Now mix everything well and combine, then leave it aside. Let it set for about 10 minutes so the yeast can activate. Move on to kneading the dough. Add 700 grams of soft flour to a bowl. Add 3 to 4 tablespoons of granulated sugar to make the dough a little sweeter. You can also add grated lemon or orange zest, if you like or want to. Then add 250 milliliters of water and the activated yeast. Now gently mix with a whisk. Remove excess dough from the whisk and continue kneading the dough with your hand. Pour 30 milliliters of oil over the ingredients in the bowl. Turn the dough and continue kneading. Knead until the oil is incorporated and the entire mass becomes nicely soft, non-sticky to your hands, and almost all the dough has come off your hands. Pat it down gently from above. Cover with a cloth and let it sit for 30 minutes. Grind 200 grams of walnuts, then put the walnuts into a bowl. Add 150 grams of sugar, mix everything, and this will be our filling. Before continuing, melt 100 grams of margarine. Grease the baking tray thoroughly. Sprinkle some flour on the work surface. Then transfer the dough onto the floured surface. Knead it gently. Don't knead for long, just connect the edges inward like this. Roll out the dough into a rectangle. Once rolled out, spread it with the previously melted margarine. I won't use it all. After spreading, sprinkle with the walnut and sugar filling. When all the walnuts are used up, spread them evenly by hand. Now press everything down with your hands. Together, press the walnuts and sugar into the dough and the margarine, so that when you fold, it doesn't leak out. That's about it. Now roll it up into a log. When rolled, trim the edges at the end. Trim the ends too. I mean, press them down. Turn it over so that the folded edge is on the bottom. Take a regular knife or a cutter like this and cut. Cut into slices 1 to 2 centimeters thick. If it sticks, feel free to dust with a little flour. I've cut 21 pieces. I usually don't count them. Whatever turns out. I always place 16 around and the rest in the middle. So now I'll have 16 over 5. Separate 5 pieces to put in the middle. Then start arranging. Place 4 like this. Where you see a smaller piece needed, feel free to swap it. To make everything even. Cover with a cloth and let it sit for 30 minutes. While waiting, put 200 to 250 grams of sugar into a small pot. Pour 300 milliliters of water over it. Now, bring it to the stove to cook the syrup. When everything boils, leave it on medium heat to cook for a few minutes. I cooked it for 4 minutes on medium to high heat. That's plenty. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can also add lemon zest. Let the syrup cool down. I reheated the remaining margarine. I will add a little vegan mayonnaise to it. Reheat margarine because the vegan mayo from the fridge is cold, so it doesn't cool the whole mixture too much. Otherwise, you won't be able to spread it nicely over the baked goods. Spread this sweetbread with this glaze. With this topping. While doing this, the oven is heating to 200 degrees Celsius. Just as I finish spreading, the oven is ready, so I can put it in for baking. It's baked now. Just imagine how wonderfully the house smells. The baking time is between 25 and 30 minutes. Now, while still hot, pour the cooled syrup over the sweetbread. Drizzle and let it cool down. I hope you will make this walnut dessert just like it was traditionally made. Enjoy and see you next time.